Hey guys, Mr. Happy here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a new bounty system that's become available in Diablo III Reaper of Souls. Keep in mind this is a very early beta phase, so all these things are subject to change. Numbers, tweaking, just anything little could change by the time this actually sees a later beta phase, more open one, or even the actual launch itself. So in order to do a bounty, you have to join adventure mode, and you do get this option in your game settings. So all you really have to do is click adventure mode, click your difficulty, and all you do is you pretty much go throughout the entire game. Sorry, I have OCD, I can't help but run in circles. You get to choose anywhere in the game, you get to farm wherever you want, whenever you want. So as you can see here, we have the new waypoint map, and it's showing me the waypoints for Act 1 while I'm here. But clicking this part in the upper left actually takes you all the way to a world map. Now, the world map has all 5 acts in it. It's got New Tristram, Caldeum, Bastion's Keep, High Heavens, and Westmarch for Act 5, which I'm not going to spoil in this video. And each one has its own set of what are known as bounties. So I'm going to click Act 4 since my spec is most suitable for Act 4. And I actually have these exclamation marks next to each of these teleports. Now, you'll never get more than 5, I believe it is. You'll never get more than 5 of these per game. In Act 4, you'll always get 4, and they'll always be in the same area. So as you can see, in Act 1, I have 5. And if I checked Act 2, 3, 4, or 5, I would also have 5. But High Heavens always has 4, and it's always in these 4 areas, so these are the ones I like going to. So this little symbol right here tells you that there's a boss in the area, and the exclamation mark tells you that you have a bounty in that area. Now, it's very likely that these two things could line up. So as you can see, Guardians of Hope first tier have a bounty to kill Rakanoth. So I am going to teleport there, and that's all you have to do to teleport around is just use that waypoint system. Since I don't really have to kill these guys, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to pick up this well, and yeah, I guess I could kill a few guys. Why not? Just kill a few guys right here. There you go. Not nearly as many follow me as I had hoped. And now I'm just gonna run all the way to Rakanoth, and I could just go do the bounty. So after I kill Rakanoth, you'll see that I'm going to get a reward, which when I actually get there, I will show you. Alright, that works. Those elites, alright, listen, I mean, I understand it's a video and all, but this is an elite pack that has to be dealt with. Alright, there we go. Alright, now, so I'm going to enter the Rakanoth battle. My objectives, one of them completes, enter the Library of Fate, and now kill Rakanoth. So, here we go, running over to Rakanoth, because I'm cool, and he's all ready for me and stuff, and I have it set to auto-skip cutscenes, so this is going to happen. Alright. Now, this fight, I'm going to speed up a little bit, just because it takes me a while to kill bosses with this spec, unless, of course, he attacks me back. So I'm just going to speed this up. Okay, so I just killed Rakanoth. So now that that's all done with, as you can see at the bottom, I completed a bounty. It gave me a Heraldric Cache, some blood shards, some gold, and some EXP. So the numbers you get here are quite high. As you can see, I gained 830,000 EXP, 350,000 gold, the cache, and the blood shards. Let's talk about each of these rewards individually. So the Heraldric Cache is basically just an item that when you open it, you get a bunch of loot. Now, you get one for completing each individual bounty, but you also get one, if you can check on my map, you also get one for completing all of the bounties. So after you do all 4 of these bounties, Tyrael gives you a quest to come back to town. He'll give you a greater Heraldric Cache, and that'll have even more loot. And there's actually loot that's specific to the greater Heraldric Caches. You can actually check what loot you can get from the Heraldric Caches in each act. Now keep in mind, you're not limited to this loot, but in the greater Heraldric Caches, this is the kind of loot that you'll find, like Sanguinary Vambraces if you do Act 1. Act 4 currently has access to all of the other acts, including Act 5's drops, Act 3, Act 2, so you really want to be doing bounties as often as possible if you're trying to get these individual items, because, well, that's just how it is. These are where you get the items. It's the easiest way to get them, is to just do bounties over and over again. Now, blood shards are something that you actually use to gamble on items. You can actually buy greater Heraldric caches with these. The greater Heraldric caches you buy with these don't seem to be bound by any sort of, how do I say this? They don't seem to be bound by any sort of act thing like the journal over here. But they are more loot. They do have more crafting materials. They do have some blues, some greens. They have a lot of different items in them, a lot of gems, just tons of items that you definitely want anyway. Or you can use them to gamble. I'm actually going to cut to a part later in this video where you can see the blood shard NPC. In fact, I'll just go there right now. What the hell? Right? Why not? The other two rewards are gold and EXP, and I think you know what to do with those. You use gold for crafting and repairing and things like that, and EXP you use to get Paragon levels. So, right next to Tyrael, you have two NPCs right here. You have Lorith Nar and Kadala. So Kadala will sell you mystery items that you can actually gamble on. So, you spend 5 blood shards and the item goes to your inventory, and whatever stats it has is what you get. You're permanently spent it. So I'm going to right click a mystery ring. It gave me a tranquil ring that's blue. Now we click it again. We get a green ring. Attack speed, regenerate life, monsters grant 101 experience. So you're just basically gambling on items, trying to get a roll that works for you without having to go through the whole crafting and reforging thing. It's just completely random. There's no guarantee what you're going to get. There's no guarantee how many properties you're going to get. So it's really for the people who like gambling. Now, the other NPC, Lorath, if I can remember to left click, for 100 blood shards sells greater Heraldric caches. So when you use these, it's just like the other Heraldric caches right here that I have, which I'm going to open in a second. And as you can see, your blood shard count is right down here. And this will go up every time you do a bounty, so you want to do as many bounties as possible. So I'm going to open the caches so you can see what it looks like right over here. So I'm just going to open these two. As you can see, I got a ton. I just got a bunch of crafting materials, some blues, some crystals, and things like that. So that's all I got from this one. Now, I actually did a video of me opening 210 of those. So if you want to check that out, please click the link in the description below. There will be a link to the video where I opened 210 Heraldric caches in one game, and I scrambled to try and pick everything up, and it just it's a whole total mess. But that's bounties for you. Like I said, you have your bounties counted here. Your bounties are all marked with these exclamation marks, and you have bounties for each act. You also have legendaries that can only drop from the caches from completing the bounties in each act. So hopefully I like the system the way it is. It may be a little bit too rewarding at the time, but like I said, this is all subject to balance changes. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe and share for more Diablo 3 information, builds, guides, things like that are going to be coming up, especially for the Crusader, which I definitely enjoy Crusader builds. I'm going to be showing everybody mine in a little bit. I have 2 or 3 different builds that I like to run through, so I can run Torments 1 and 2 pretty consistently without using the broken lasers. There's a laser that's bugged in the game currently, and of course with the bug laser you can run pretty much anything in the game. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter and Facebook if you have any questions about Diablo 3 or the Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls beta. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitch, where I do stream Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, but I do stream other games, so don't be surprised if you come in and see me streaming another game. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.